Okay, Mom. Okay, Mom. Mẹ làm gì với lại cà rem vậy mẹ? Mẹ làm gì với lại cà rem vậy? You had better throw it away. Okay, Mom. Yeah, so that ice cream that my mom had in her hand, I dropped that ice cream yesterday and she digged it out of the trash can, so I threw it away. Okay, so what happened is that so I dropped the ice cream here yesterday, and that's like chocolate right here. It's like chocolate with some green leaves on it because Zach Fair told my mom to put green leaves on it or else he's gonna fucking come by and start knocking on our door and shit like that. But you can see little chocolate shells on the floor with some green leaves, and it's not very pretty. So I dropped a chocolate vanilla drumstick yesterday or 2 days ago on the floor, and we left, and I just didn't clean it up because I'm not allowed to clean up things because they're trying to prove that I'm mentally ill because I don't clean up my house. So I'm not allowed to clean up my house because they're trying to prove that I'm stupid, like I'm Stephen Hawking stupid. They're trying to prove that I'm hella fucking stupid. So, if I clean up the house and they're trying to prove that I'm Stephen Hawking stupid, then they're gonna get really mad and start being even more violent than ever. So, I just don't clean up the house. But then, just right now, I threw away the ice cream cone into the trash can. And my mom dug through the trash can. And my mom is holding the ice cream like she was going to be forced to eat it. Right? So Zach Fair is now forcing my mom to eat food off of the floor. So the Chinese grandpa, so Sasuke Uchiha, and Zach Fair is now forcing people to eat ice cream off of the floor after it had dropped onto the floor. And it's ice cream with his face and his name on it. And that's technically what's happening here. But Cloud Strife is saying, well, my mom is a lot smarter than that. So what my mom is going to do is she's going to take the ice cream to the police. She's going to take the ice cream to ICE deportation. Oh, there's another nut right here. There's a little bit of the ice cream here. The nuts on the ice cream. Right here. So what's happening is that an ICE deportation is gonna gather and collect evidence against the Chinese grandpa that invented ice cream in China once again. And this is a very famous story. And it was a very nasty sight to see. And the reason why it is so nasty is because, do you see this refrigerator? This is a Chinese refrigerator. This is not an American refrigerator. Why? There's meat in a fucking plastic bag. Here's another piece of meat in a plastic bag. There's another one. Look at this right here. What is this right here? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Ginger. There's a couple of American products here. Look, there's sushi. There's grandpa's fucking fish. He loves fucking salmon. He loves sushi. Look, there's more Chinese bags. Chinese movies are famous in the Vietnamese community for having meat in bags without a brand or logo on it. Chinese people just do stuff like this right here. He just does stuff like this. And there's no more ice cream in the fridge. But what happens is, okay, so here's one pizza. You know what? I probably won't use the pizza for this example. Cloud, what item do you want me to use? Just use a pea bag. Okay, so Cloud was just saying just use a pea bag, right? So these are all the American, no, not, this is all an all Chinese fucking refrigerator, okay? So what happened is that usually when you eat ice cream with Chinese grandpa around, you have to pull out an item. You have to dig through that item like this. And then when you pull out this item, if you pull out the ice cream, the Chinese grandpa's ice cream, so he's trying to sell his soul to the devil to blame it on grandma again. So grandma is a very important character in this story, okay? So when you pull out the ice cream, all of grandpa's Chinese meats will start falling onto the floor, and that's a Chinese grandpa's ice cream story, okay? So American people, how do American people do it? They have boxes. There are boxes, okay? There are boxes that you can stack in American refrigerators, and that's how it's supposed to be done. And then inside that box, you can grab an individually wrapped item, and then you can just unwrap it and eat it. Easy. That's how all American refrigerators are supposed to be. And he sold his soul to the devil to get me to trip. But that's how all American refrigerators are supposed to do. They're supposed to be stacked. Okay, and Japan stole the whole thing. Well, you know, we just like stacking things in our refrigerator in America. So, America's fucking lying. Right? So, they tried to steal that whole entire story from America and call American people dirty. So, it's a really nasty and disgusting. It's super nasty because this Chinese grandpa refrigerator ice cream story has been going on for 30 years. Since 1991, since the 80s, 70s, 60s. For as long as America has existed on the same land as fucking China, this refrigerator has existed. And I heard from Alex Riffenberg, Jerry Trammer, Jenny and Linda. I heard from Jonathan Cloud Strife. I heard from every single person that there's no American in America that is allowed to have a nicely stacked refrigerator, because China does stuff like this to Hollywood and to California and to everyone that has ever lived. And this is a very nasty case. So, the reason why I'm throwing up is because Zach Fair sold his soul to the devil to get me to throw up. It's nothing from the fridge or anything like that. It's just because that guy is using magic to get me to gag, and he just does that shit to people all the time. You know, I heard a lot of stories where like Zach Fair gets sent to the Shadow Realm, and Cloud Strife and the Kingdom of Heaven does not exist anymore. But he lives with Epstein. He lives with Epstein, like, type demons, monsters, gods, like literal gods. So he has to go live with another god. But the reason why is because Zach Fair is trying to meet all of the gods. He's trying to meet everyone. If I told you everyone. Zach Fair is gonna meet everyone. So if I say everyone, that means you too. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. You get it now? Everyone. Everyone. Okay? He just talks like that. And then Cloud Stripes just fucking kills him right there. Well, what if I don't want to fucking meet you? Too fucking bad. And then that's it. So, and then there's like a story where the reason why Zack Fair does stuff like this is to prove that he is smart. So he forces people to have like shelves that are like, see all these boxed products? Those boxed products are made so that you can just stack it and easily organize. He sold his soul to the devil to trip these shelves, okay? And so what happens is that the reason why it's a mess because this person is mentally ill. This person is not smart. This person is evil. This person is Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking is responsible for this. Bill Gates is responsible for this mess because he is mentally ill. He is a disgustingly ill man that needs to be arrested. And that's exactly what happens. And so there's a shadow realm where there is a God and he lives nothing like human beings. But because Zack Fair is just a soul, he's just a soul that tries on different bodies and different whatever. He sells his soul to the devil or to demons to generate his body to become whatever creature, every single creature that has ever existed. Because he wants to gain knowledge by becoming everyone and everything. And even things that have not lived, he wants to be those items. So he gets magically transformed by like a star or like an electricity or even like a booger or like some type of evil water or like air, whatever it is. Whatever type of God or entity you're talking to gave him his wish, okay? So Zack Fair, you know, through the Olympics, it means he wants to meet every single God that has ever existed. So Zack Fair, because he wants to meet everyone, he also meets extremely evil, powerful people. Disgustingly evil, disgustingly powerful people who are gods. And so Zack Fair meets a different type of God. And this God is like, he can create anything he wants as well. And so that guy created an illusionary world where Zack Fair is the smartest man in the whole world. And there's a bunch of people who watch and listen to Zack Fair every single day. Well, what do you think, Zack? You're the smartest man in the whole world. Well, what do you think? And Zack Fair just re-gives these people an idea that he already heard because he's not that smart to create things, to map out certain situations to a different outcome. Like, he just can't do it. So he just sold his soul to the devil to get me to stutter. And so every single day, people would say things like, well, Zack, what do you think? And every single day, there would be a new item that God, that evil God would create. And Zack Fair would always get the best version, and everyone would always get the worst version, the worst possible version that can exist. And what happened is that every single day, the world will become uglier and uglier and more nasty and more disgusting because Zack Fair also sells his soul to the devil to get ideas from evil creatures and demons and evil gods just to destroy law and order and perfection and to turn it into a disgusting, disorderly nightmare. And so Zack Fair always had the best of the best, and everyone always had the worst of the worst. And everyone in life continued to dive into the slums And the slums just becomes greater and greater every day, while Zack Fair travels through the slums with the best items that the evil god gave him, because he wanted to live in a world where he was the smartest man in the world and everyone else was a Chinese refrigerator. And so what happened is that Zack Fair, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. No, I don't. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I never gave a fuck about you. No, 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 no. No, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. No, 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 no. You're so fucking dirty. I'm better than you. And then Zack would leave. And then he would expect that bitch to come back. But please, Zack, I need you. I need you, Zack. You're the smartest man in the world, man. You're the smartest man in the world, man. What am I gonna do without you? What am I gonna do without you, Zack? What? What? Get away from me. Get away from me. And that is literally like Zack's greatest fucking dream. And that's the whole story about Final Fantasy VII. And it's kind of censored, but that's what he was trying to do the whole time. And you can kind of see the whole entire reverse roles compared to his mind in Final Fantasy VII, but that's for real. And Alex Riffenberg and Cloud Strife and Dylan and Lucifer and Zhao Yun talk to me about it every fucking day. Like that's literally how Zack Fair thinks. And every single day I have to watch movies where Zack Fair actually lives like that. I have to get visions, ideas, examples of that's how Zack Fair really thinks. Okay? So, in the end, Zack Fair was the smartest man in the whole world, and he was the cleanest man, and he was the best looking man in the whole world. And he doesn't want just one bitch doing that. He wants all the bitches doing that. He wants the entire world on their knees. But Zack, what am I gonna do without you, man? What am I gonna do without you, man? I need you. I need you, man. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I'm the greatest soldier in the whole world. Obviously, I'm smart. Obviously, I'm better than you. Can't stand to see you acting like that. Get the fuck away from me. Men, take him away. And then that person would get taken away. Okay? And all of these items he would get, Zack Fair, like these new items, he would get from soul selling. Okay, he would sell his soul to the devil. And depending on which god and which world and which shadow realm he is in, he either only gets that item from that one god that created this illusionary world, or he is allowed to get items from secretly other demons, other creatures, and other gods that are allowed to cross into this world. Okay? So that's usually how Zack Fair gets brand new item products, and then everyone else wants these items, and then Zack Fair might sell his soul to the devil to get everyone a cheaper, uglier version of what he got, as a way to prove that he is God and he provided for them in some way. And so at the end of this story, what happens is that Cloud Strife kills everyone in this illusionary world, and they all go to hell because they are all evil. They are all evil. And Zack Fair realizes that Cloud Strife killed him and everyone that he knew in this world, but that he did not know that Cloud Strife was real, never met him, this clone never met him, or that he has forgotten him. And he all of a sudden got a telepathic message from Cloud Strife, and all of a sudden Zack Fair understood that Zack Fair had actually lost, and he sold his soul to the devil to get me to stutter, because now he feels stupid and he want to feel smart. So now I stutter, so now he's smart and I'm fucking dumb, and I stuttered again. So Zack Fair realized that everyone in that whole entire world was made by one person. Billions, millions, Googleplex, trillions of people that lived in this illusionary world were all demons pretending to be stupid, dumb, poor people, and calling Zack Fair the smartest person that they had ever met. And what had happened is that it was all made by that one God, that one evil God. And what had happened is that Zack Fair found out that all of those poor people who had been begging him for these cheap, ugly items, that they actually secretly lived in another world. And in that world, everyone was actually rich. And that everyone in that world actually had better quality versions of every single item that Zack Fair ever had. Because all of them were the producers. They were all smart. They were all gods. And that they had lived and that they had all lived with a better quality version of that item that he had never seen. You've never seen this. You see this? You see this? You've never seen it before. You see that? You've never seen it before. I made everything because I'm smart, because I'm a literal fucking god. You've never seen it before because I never fucking let you see it. Okay, so there's a lot of people that are like that. You should probably be careful of those guys. But I'm just letting you guys know that there are a lot more people like that than you think. And so Zack Fair was actually literally fucking shocked when he realized that everyone in that world had lied to him. And that everyone in that world, in both worlds, had called Zack Fair the stupidest man that had ever lived. And that with him around, the world just became uglier and more disgusting and stinkier and more evil the longer that man got to live. And that evil God never, ever intended to reveal to Zack Fair the truth. And Zack Fair was just a puppet. He was just a scientific experiment of torture. And he was going to live in a world where the truth had never existed. Because Zack Fair doesn't care about the truth. He's always a fucking liar. He lied to everyone. He is going to lie no matter what. And so he met someone else who was truly evil. And that guy also lies and never, ever lets the truth be seen. Do you know how long it took for you to realize that Cloud Strife was real? He was never going to tell you guys. There's only a couple of reasons why people found out that Cloud Strife was real, and it's just because he just wanted to tell everyone that he hated Zack Fair the most, and everyone woke up and realized, oh shit, Cloud Strife hates him the most? Yeah, he hates him the most, and that was it. And he's famous for that shit because the devil hates Zack Fair the most. He's famous for that in hell. He's really famous for that. And the more people find out, the more people are going to make him the enemy in hell. Because the devil hates him the most. And the devil is the most evil, and he's the most torturous. And so in the end, Zack Fair's feelings got really hurt. because that at that moment when he and everyone died and went to hell, he realized that no one was an innocent puppy boy that got saved. No one was a good person. He had lived in a world of evil. And so in the end, Zack Fair cried violently because he had realized that he was the dumbest man in the whole he's forcing me to barf right now because like he wants the slumps to come out because he's mad that he's stupid. And so Zack Fair cried violently because he realized that he was the stupidest man in the whole world and that he had the ugliest version of every single item that he had ever seen, thinking it was better than everyone else's when everyone else was creating a diversion, a decoy to get him away from the real stuff. Because no one wants Zack Fair to treat them that way because he treats everyone like that. Everyone. Do you understand? When I say everyone is going to be treated like that by Zack Fair. Everyone is going to get treated like that. And Zack Fair just talks like that every fucking day, every fucking night. And so Zack Fair dies and he goes to hell, realizing that he was in last place the whole time. And he felt betrayed by every single person who lied to him and cried in front of his face saying, "What will I do without you?" Because he demanded that position in the world and he demanded to hear those words and he demanded to be treated that way. You life femboys. You're always gonna go back to one. Stuff like that. And so what happened is that he felt betrayed because he knew that evil God was going to continue to torture him with a bunch of low quality items that were meant to be items of evil. Like say, oh cool, you can get a brain? What do you mean you can get a brain? I can buy a human brain from the market and it's gonna make me smarter? Whoa! Cool! A brain! Whoa! Like stuff like that. I can get more organs? I'm an organ harvester, dude. How'd you know it was an organ harvester? Well, all human beings are organ harvesters. That's what they're made for, man. They're just murderers that want to harvest organs from other human beings and eat from each other because they're cannibals. So I knew you wanted a fucking brain, so I gave you one. You want a spleen? I can get you organs you've never seen before. Like stuff like that. And then he would get like the lowest quality organs, just as an example. And they're crazy, evil, pain-inducing items, like torturous, ugly-ass items. And he bought that shit just because he heard it was rich. He heard that shit was rich, so he fucking wanted it. You can just always do that to Zack Fair. You can always do it. If you perfectly plan that shit out, you can lie to Zack Fair. Oh, it's a really rich fucking item, dude. Yeah, I heard like in Egypt, you can get a vase with the king's ashes inside it. And those ashes, if you eat it, it can give you special powers, dude. So smart. That king was so smart. He was once some magical king who had died. So if you eat his ashes in the pyramids, you will become rich. Just like that. He was like, oh, hell no, I gotta go. It's easy. All I gotta go is go to Egypt, go to Africa, and eat fucking meat. I can just eat fucking meat, dude. I can just eat fucking meat. And let me fucking smart. It's easy. That's how easy it is to lie to him. See that refrigerator? It's fucking easy to lie to a fucking meat eater who loved eating meat that fucking much. So, that guy, Zack Fair, was given like really evil. And he's saying like you can also get like crystal balls that are kind of ugly, and he would not know because he's not that smart. And the whole entire time it was just a fucking booger. It was just a fucking transformable living organism that laid dormant for many fucking years. It was dormant, dude. It hid the fact that it was just a fucking cockroach ass fucking booger pretending to be a crystal ball. It can change form. It can become a cockroach in a second. It can become a fucking boogeyman in a second. It could be anything at once. And every single time he go to sleep, that thing might lay dormant for a very long time, or sometimes it might fucking transform, walk away. It might walk away for a little bit, force you to look for it because it's fucking rich. Stuff like that, like crazy fucking evil ass fucking items, okay? And because Cloud Strife don't like people who create ugly, evil, like fucking brains, fucking colons and shit like that, fucking poop, lungs and shit like that, is so fucking crazy. Veins, like blood, like cells, like a million fucking like organisms running in and out of your body. Cloud Strife hates that shit. And so he sent that evil god to hell with Zack Fair as well, because he was a liar. And he constantly creates evil things like brains, like evil organs, like brand new organs are being created every single millisecond. And they are constantly being planted inside human bodies every single second. And no one fucking knows. Except for the elite people who were smart enough to figure that out. But Zack Fair is literally the dumbest person in the whole world. Yeah, I forgot why I came here. I know I was talking about the ice cream, but I can't remember the connecting quote. But Zack Fair, the Chinese grandpa, okay, he always just puts meat inside the fridge, and he forces everyone to do it, or all of Hollywood and all of California, and I just stuttered because he sold his soul to the devil because he felt smart right now, and all of America and the entire world is going to get burnt down if American people and people all over the world except for Zach have a ugly stuffed refrigerator. Only Zack Fair gets boxed, stacked items on his shelves and in his refrigerators, and everyone else looking fucking stupid. Everyone else is looking fucking stupid. So, Zack Fair, though, was always homeless, and he was never allowed to have any of these nice things, because the other day I just learned from Cloud Strife that everyone who goes to hell is not allowed to have a house. And they are not allowed to have clothing, especially if they are made in the image of God. So Cloud Strife is kind of like a human being, right? So we don't want to call him like that, but he is like a human being, okay? So that word was stolen from Earthlings, and now those guys are called human beings. Just kind of like how the United Kingdom is American, but now it's European, so you can't use that word because it's their word now. And Cloud Strife doesn't really like that word anyway. It was a throwaway word, but pretty much human being, okay? So anyone, especially anyone who is made in the image of God, but for evil and are destined to go to hell, that all of them are not allowed to have a house, and all of them are not to have clothing. So Zack Fair was always homeless and naked his entire life, and he lives in China. So if you guys have seen Gongaga, okay, it is just desert wasteland with a giant mountain of poop. Those are not real mountains. Those are mountains made out of poop. You just fling it to the top for fun. And he did not have a house, but that kind of looks like, you know what I'm talking about? Mainland China with like a bunch of dirt. Like it's just like not a desert, but it's like dirt wasteland, you know? So that's where he lives, and he does not have clothing. So, Zach Fair, okay, he is super fucking evil. And he was never allowed to live in a house, which, by the way, I kind of realized, like, Cloud Strife's, like, logic. And it's like, man, it's so smart. You're right. Because Cloud Strife sent me a couple of videos. And it was a couple of videos about someone who was destined to go to hell and how they would talk in a house. Trying to be a bit vegetarian, trying to be a bit American, trying to be a bit polite, but are truly evil on the inside. And it's kind of like, oh yeah, so you know how the date that we went on today, yeah, it was really fun because I was with you. And I was with you, and that's like the most important part because you're my girlfriend. Yeah, well, I just want to ask, did you wash the dishes? Oh, no. Oh, no. You're not doing this to me again. You're not doing this to me again. You just wanted to ruin my day. Just like that. And to be honest with you, like, that guy was, like, really fucking nice. That guy was, like, a really nice guy. And that Mexican girl, she was wrong. Oh, that Mexican man is a Mexican man? It's a Mexican man pretending to be a woman. And he was wrong. He was wrong for doing that. It's like that every single day. It's like that every single day. It's kind of like we just went on, that guy just went on an 8-hour date with this girlfriend, right? And then we get home and it's, did you wash the dishes? Just all of a sudden war. And it's not even a good thing. And it's like, if you don't wash the dishes right now, I'm going to call the fucking cops. I will call the fucking cops on you. Shit like that. And it gets really fucking bad if he does not wash the dishes right now. Right now. It's crazy fucking evil. It's crazy fucking evil to not just let that person sit. To not just let that person sit and just to fucking relax after 8 hours of being outside. And that shit is tiring, dude. Everyone's smoking. There's airborne disease everywhere. These are public spaces, and he sold his soul to the devil to stutter. And it's actually Zach Fair as a Mexican man as Biggs pretending to be a fucking woman. Okay? That's what he just said. And there was another example where someone would be really, really busy doing something. Like that person has like finals tomorrow. They're studying for a test. They're writing an essay. Like they're on a time crunch. And this person was also really nice. Like, yeah, I have like a test tomorrow, so I'm really busy right now. So I'm just gonna be busy right now. I'm gonna do my stuff and hopefully get it done in time. And that guy, I'm about to throw up. Sorry, hold on. He's trying to stop me from saying it. It's Andy and Michelle and Bryant Gavello, okay? So the first one was Bryant Gavello. And the second one is Andy and Michelle. And Zach Fair told me to inform you guys. And in the second one, it was Andy. And he tried to make it seem like women do stuff like that when it's actually just Zach Fair. It's not really a genderist thing because men and women do it, okay? Especially the evil ones. So Andy was just kind of eating, but it's just kind of a reference because Cloud Strife is also saying, like he was talking about, like, you know, you have finals, you know, you're just relaxing, you're like in the middle of a project, you're doing something, like you're about to like get an idea, you're about to like, you know, accomplish something, or you know, you're just relaxing and eating food, or you just want to watch TV before the program ends, like stuff like that. And then someone who was destined to go to hell just walks up to you and then says something like, hey, can you do the laundry? You haven't done it in a while. And then that person says, yeah, I'll do it. But after I finish writing my essay. Or, yeah, I'll do it just after the TV show is done. Yeah, I'll do it, but after I finish my meal. Yeah, I'll do it, but after I study for the finals tomorrow. And then that person will say, fine, I'll do it myself then. I have to do everything around here. What the fuck do you mean to me? What the fuck do you mean to me? I asked you to do one thing, and you couldn't fucking do it for me. I fucking hate you. Like, just shit like that. It's fucking China. It's like fucking Evan Law. It's True to Win. It's fucking Jackie Chan. It's Elbow Song. Like, shit like that. Shit like that. Like, Elbow Song. It's like fucking... Ohio Sensei. Just shit like that. Doing crazy ass fucking shit like that. And so Cloud Strife was saying, I made these houses, and this is not what a house is meant for. That is a wild animal, and that is a wild creature trying to find protection in a house. That thing does not deserve a house, and therefore it will never have a house. It will never, ever, ever have a house. All the videos that you see online are just AI generated images and videos of people who imaginate themselves having a house, living in a house, and how they would act in a house, like committing murder and hiding murder, dude. Oh my god, like just things like that. It gets really fucking crazy. And then like trying to do like the most like traumatizing things, in the house, like create the most like mentally ill, like violent imagery that you can ever think of, just because that person was protected by a key and a doorknob and a house and some walls. Like, that is really important. It is a really important thing to have. So Cloud Strife explained that to me, and all of a sudden I understood that those people who do that and they talk to that like that, and I stuttered because True New Win got me to fucking stutter. That's him talking to me right now, and you can't hear it, but he's talking to me. And that guy just want to lie. He gets hella fucking violent when people start calling him fucking evil, because he doing them. He's always right. He's always right. He's the wise old grandpa. He's the wise old grandpa that you never fucking listen to. He knows what he's talking about, not you. You're just 5 years old. What do you know? He's 50, 60 years old. He knows. He knows what he's talking about. Like, shit like that. Like, that guy gets crazy fucking mad when people don't fucking do that shit for him. He gets crazy fucking mad. He yelled at me. Okay? That guy was crazy fucking evil, pulled a lot of fucking strings. That guy yelled at me, for real. And people were saying, oh, he just plays a God card when he starts want to act right. When he starts to want things to get to be in his way, like just to go his way, he would just start talking about God and heaven and how he a wise old fucking grandpa and shit like that. Like, fuck that guy. That guy's a fucking liar. So anyways, those people, Cloud Strife said, never deserve a house. And a house is made by Cloud Strife. It has wood, it has metal, it has like plastic, it has paper. All of that are created by Cloud Strife. Things like that. There are, yes, creatures that can create, like, say, like a building or like a house, right? A building or like a house. But it looks completely different, and it operates completely differently, and it might seem similar or not. Either way, Cloud Strife will also not let those people have a house or have any type of like enclosed like protection. Like, they must be out in the open at all times, and their criminality must be exposed to wild nature, because all of them are destined to go to hell anyways. So Zack Fair had always been homeless, and he had always been naked. And this whole entire mental illness thing, okay, where it really comes from is like someone who is a brainstormer. And what that means is that this person attacks people telepathically and through mind reading. And those guys create nightmares and they create horrors, okay? And that's what Zack Fair does. And so what he does is that he just goes around and tries to find the best of the best from everywhere. Everyone meets not Cloud Strife. Everyone meets Zack Fair, and that's what it means. Not everyone gets to meet Cloud Strife, because Cloud Strife does not meet everyone. He hates everyone. Okay? But Zack Fair is the one who meets everyone. So he's not a god. He's actually just like a really weak soul that just like puts on costumes. And that's what it means, Halloween. So Halloween kind of means there's like an evil spirit, and he tries on a bunch of different fucking costumes. And he tries to do a better job at wearing that costume and being better at you than you are at yourself. Is what he tries to do. So Zack Fair, he just brainstorms a lot about fucking your wife, cheating on your wife with your husband, cheating on your husband with your wife, killing a bunch of fucking kids because he doesn't like, stutter. That's a doomsday. Okay, so killing a couple of kids because he doesn't give a fuck about them. He's the real kid, not those kids, stuff like that. But anyway, so Zack Fair, dang, why did I do that for so fucking long? He sold his soul to the devil to do that, dude. Yeah, so Zack Fair, he dropped, so Zack Fair, okay, there was one last ice cream in this house, okay, and I was just gonna eat it because he magics me to crave ice cream that day, and he felt like he wanted to hurt me on 666, because it kind of looks like a handle, and an ice cream like a lollipop, okay, kind of looks like a sperm, okay. So Zack Fair knew I was gonna get ice cream because he sold his soul to the devil to get me to crave ice cream. So I started craving ice cream, and that day my mom pulled out 10 bags of meat. 10 bags of unbranded Chinese meat. Butcher, like meat. Like, what do you call that again? I forgot what they're calling it because they sold their soul to the devil to get people to not remember it. But it was like they sold their soul to the devil to create a Chinese meat shop, a Chinese butcher shop, where they sell a lot of meat. You can eat a lot of things that have once lived and they killed, and you can just eat it and absorb its power. So my mom pulled out 10 meat bags that day. And my mom, she was standing right here. Okay, she was standing right here, and then she was like going back and forth because Zack Fair was telling her to do it. Trying to block me from getting ice cream. He knew I wanted it because he needed to get it done at exactly 9:49 or 2:49 or whatever. And my mom had 10 bags of meat on the fucking floor, and she had 10 bags of Chinese meat on the fucking counter. And then the Chinese grandpa was watching because he was going to get revenge because he ate ice cream without him. And my mom was actually trying to hit me without me realizing it. But she did not want to actually hit me today because it was about the Chinese grandpa. This is his story. So he tried to make it a bit more Balaam. Very baby, very young, very young, very pedophilic is what they say. Very innocent puppy boy. So my mom was like back and forth while there was Chinese meat, and she was going back. She was going back to the fridge, and she was going back here, and she was going back to the fridge and grabbing more meat. And then she grabbed all the meat, and all the meat was put on the fucking floor. All the meat was put on the fucking floor. And then what happened is that I finally, after about 10 to 30 minutes, finally got to the ice cream because Cloud Strife said, Cho, just get the fucking ice cream. I told you to get it, so just fucking get it. So I got it. And that bag of ice cream was already punctured. The ice cream was already punctured. And it means it was already, like, opened illegally with a needle. So in other words, it's not safe to eat. And my mom was still grabbing bags, 10, 50 bags of meat out of the fridge. Because Chinese grandpa decided to eat ice cream today. So then I grabbed the ice cream, and then the ice cream bag, it kept jumping out of my hand. Like magic. You know how like magic just levitates things? It was actually levitating in a way that's not very noticeable, but you can tell it was like levitating. Doesn't that look like Knuckles? The Echidna from Sonic. So funny. Sorry, I'm about to throw up. And what happened is that I put the ice cream on this table. I'm not allowed to clean up my table because I'm mentally ill. That's what they're trying to do. Because the ice cream kept jumping out of my hand like a bar of soap. Okay? Like a slippery bar of soap. It just kept slipping out of my hands. So I set the ice cream down. Okay? And then the ice cream, okay, so I'm just going to grab this bag of Tostitos, okay? So the ice cream, it was kind of open like this. Okay, so it was kind of open like this. And then like the ice cream was kind of hanging out. And then what happened is that the ice cream just did not want to be too noticeable because people just don't want people to know magic is real. So sometimes you can see it if you really try. If you really try and you have to be educated on it, then yeah, you will start noticing that things are being levitated. Like gravity. Gravity is a type of demonic levitational magic that just drops things all the time, and it does stuff like that on purpose. Okay? So what's happening is that the ice cream was kind of open. I'm not going to open it up. There's a rubber band here. I'm not going to open it, okay? So the ice cream, just all of a sudden, I just left it here, and it just went like, just like that. It just levitated like that. It looks like it's gravity, but at the same time, gravity is actually a type of magic. Someone's cursing you and lying to you about, oh, it's just, gravity is just a natural force that just naturally occurs and always, always, always is a constant at about 8 centimeters per second or something like that. Like a bowling ball and an apple falling is always going to be the same time. Hit the floor at the same time. They're fucking lying to you, dude. There's levitational magic. There's someone cursing you. There's some type of parasitic demon that's forcing you to think that gravity is a natural phenomenon, when in reality it's a demon that's kind of like a, oh look, here's a piece of candy. It just dropped on the floor. Oh look, it's rolling. Where is it going? Oh look, there's an empty alleyway right there. Oh look. Gravity is just doing whatever it fucking does. Wow. And then it lands somewhere, right? And then you accidentally like get hit with a bunch of different things. Like you accidentally break your leg because you stepped on a rock, stuff like that. Does that make sense? Okay, so just to let you guys know, that's what I had learned from Cloud Strife and Alex Riffenberg. Okay, so I know it looks so natural because people are so used to thinking, oh, it's just gravity, right? When in reality, it just went like, and then it just dropped like that. I just left it there and it just dropped. Like, yeah, my hand just kind of was holding onto it, and I thought it was an accident. I thought that I dropped it on accident, but I did see it. I did see it for myself. I was just holding on to it, and my hand was just levitated to like that, right? And then the ice cream just like that. And so that's what happened right here. And that's what happened right here. There are chocolate shells right there, and then there's like a chocolate shell right here. And Cloud Strife said that my mom planted that here. That was not there before, and I do remember it was not there before because he and my mom knew that I was going to make a video. So anyways, so I saw a Chinese refrigerator yesterday, like 50 bags of Chinese meat with no brand on it on the fucking floor, because American people just don't handle meat that way. They just don't. Like, American people, like, when have you ever heard American people say, oh yeah, just put meat in a fucking plastic bag and then just put it in the fridge and it'll last for like 3 to 4 months? Like, who have you ever fucking heard that shit from? It's just never fucking happened before. Like, Vietnamese people just don't even do that shit either. Like, no one ever talks about it. So how did the refrigerator end up like that? It's always, hey, do you want like some DiGiorno? Do you guys want some like frozen pizza? It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, man. Do you guys want some Hot Pockets? Do you guys want some like hot Cheetos or whatever? Some Coca-Cola? Do you guys want some Coca-Cola? Do you guys want some fucking curry? Do you guys want some tea? Do you guys want some cookies, man? Like, do you guys want, like, what do you guys want from the store? We can get some fucking rice, some Coca-Cola, a bottle of water. Like, do you guys need more cheeses? Do you guys need more refrigerator? Like, what do you guys want? It's never, yeah, so what you need to do is you need to put a fucking piece of meat inside a fucking bag and stuff it in your fridge. Like, it's never happened before. I've never heard it before. And to this day, I haven't until I got the idea. The first time I ever heard it is like right now. I just got the idea from Cloud Strife through enlightenment. And he said, yeah, it's true. I can do that, dude. I'm really fucking smart. It's crazy how you can do that, dude. So anyways, so there was like 10 bags of meat on the fucking floor. Some Chinese fucking, you know, you've definitely seen it in China though. If you guys really, 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 really try, and I'm not sure if they have pictures like that on the internet anymore, but if you look up like Chinese meat market, like they eat like fucking human body parts and shit like that. They eat pigs. They eat like fucking whatever animals like they can find in China. Like, it looks exactly like that. The only place that I've seen the refrigerator do what it fucking did was in China. That's the only thing that I'm reminded of. Like, when I look in that fridge, like, I was just always like, man, why is it always like this? Why is it always like this? Like, just clean out the fridge, dude. Just throw away the fucking meat. And then one day, Alex was like, Cho, I know you fucking know. You're an American. Like, you're Vietnamese, Korean. You fucking know how to treat a fucking fridge. It's because China did that shit. I'm about to throw up. I'm not sick. I'm not sick. You can hear me. I'm not sick. But I'm being induced by magic to have like gag reflexes right now. But thankfully I'm not sick, you know? So anyways, I saw 50 bags of Chinese style meat on the fucking floor yesterday for one ice cream, and it hit the floor because the Chinese grandpa decided to hit everyone after everyone saw his ice cream shop where grandma came by and she was super fucking racist and she wanted some free ice cream, and he hit her. And he hit her because he told her not to come by because she's not allowed to have ice cream, and so he hit her and he tried to break her fucking legs and stuff like that. Because only grandpa is allowed to eat ice cream because he invented ice cream, and only the boys and the men that he like are allowed to eat ice cream, and if not, you are not allowed to eat ice cream. But anyways, so the ice cream hit the floor, and I was worried because I just don't want my mom to eat food off the fucking floor, and thankfully I did not see her do it. But I think my mom is gonna take the ice cream to the police station, and ICE is gonna handle the Chinese grandpa again, which is Sasuke and Chiha, Andy Hee-yoon, Zach Fair, Zan, Evan Law, all of them. And all of them are probably not the same person, is what I'm hearing, and like what's happening is that a lot of people sold their souls to the devil to become Zack Fair. So in a way, all of them are kind of Zack Fair in a way, because all of them are from a type of ethnicity group, and all of them are exactly the same. Men who only need one thing, and it's sex, and they just want to kiss somebody else's wife and girlfriend, and they're all cosplayers. Does that make sense? So they're all kind of like the same. So in reality, I heard that because all of them think so much alike, that looking at Zack Fair, they see themselves in Zack Fair as someone who is an innocent puppy boy who's the greatest soldier alive, who want to kill everybody, but everybody still love him, and he got away with cheating on Cloud Strife with Aerith and Tifa and Marlene and Dylan. Okay, so I guess because all of them insert themselves as I'm Zack Fair, like I want to be Zack Fair, so I am Zack Fair type of ideology, type of like Halloween type of like evil type of spirit type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? So all those people are kind of different people, but are in fact Zack Fair himself, because they're inserting himself. They have black hair, they want to have blue eyes, they want to be him, stuff like that. But anyways, I think that I'm gonna end the video here though, because I was just like, I just had to let people know, like, man, like that guy tried to get my mom to eat fucking ice cream from the fucking floor, dude. Look at how dirty that fucking floor is, and like I'm not even allowed to clean up after myself because I'm so mentally ill, dude. Probably even worse, like what they're saying is that my mental illness case is probably worse than Stephen Hawking's. I'm even worse than Stephen Hawking's, dude. Because look, I'm not cleaning after. Look, Cho's just not cleaning after herself, dude. Like, she's not washing the dishes. Like, who's washing the dishes? Like, who the fuck is washing the dishes, man? Who's doing it? Who's washing the fucking dishes? This bitch is fucking crazy. She's not fucking normal, dude. Stuff like that. And like sometimes I would just like, okay, so they can use magic to like cancel my feelings to clean up anything. Like I'm not allowed to clean, and I'm like, man, I want to clean right now. And then not Zack Fair, but Cloud was like, Cloud Strife would be like, Cho, like right now is like not the time to clean anything up at all. Do not clean up your house. Because if Zack Fair see you cleaning your house and he cleaner than you, he gonna arrest you. He gonna put you in jail. Because the area that you could not clean up before he arrested you before you can clean up, that you're mentally ill. So I'm really not allowed to clean up my fucking house. So my room in my house is like a mess right now, but anyways, I'm just like really worried because I just got a big ass jump scare. Like I just got like a big ass jump scare because I just did not want my mom to eat food off of the fucking floor. And you guys saw the ice cream in my mom's hand. It was in the trash can over there. And he said, "Don't worry, you fucking missed. You hit the fucking wall." I don't really fucking care, dude. And so yeah, my mom was taking out the fucking trash. My mom cleaned out the fucking trash, like Zack Fair told her to, just to hide evidence, because he did not want her to get caught throwing away the ice cream, and he was not going to eat it. He just wanted her to eat that ice cream that hit the floor in front of his fucking face. But Dylan Farrell is actually here. He's like around the corner. Like he's working with my mom right now as an undercover cop, and my mom is also an undercover cop. So she's not my real mom, by the way. She's kind of like a guardian, right? So sometimes there are stories where a child has to be taken away from their parent. a child has to be taken away from the real parent or from their husband or wife or whatever to live with a guardian because something has happened. And my mom is actually more of a guardian than she is my mom. But we just call her my mom, and she's not my real mom. But, you know, we got to take care of her because, you know, she's still Hillary Clinton. She is like actually freaking Hillary Clinton. And I know you guys can't see it because people are like cursing her face to be super ugly because they hate Vietnamese people or whatever. But she kind of looks like Masahiro Sakurai, dude. I was just, the first time I saw Masahiro Sakurai, I was like, man, that guy looks like my mom, dude. What the fuck? It's so weird. Like, they both look hella fucking weird, and they're like, oh, it's because Japan's just super fucking racist and hates people. And by the way, I heard Masahiro Sakurai is actually fucking South Korean. I was like, oh shit. Doesn't he look South Korean? Yeah, he does. He does. He does look South Korean. I've met him before. It's the guy from Princess Hours. Oh, yeah, it looks like him. Yeah, so that guy from Princess Hours, the South Korean king, the crown prince, they just Michael Jackson his fucking face. They Michael Jackson his fucking face as him. Oh, shit. Yeah, the South Korean guy. That's him. That's just his AI CGI character. He's South Korean. I was like, oh my god, he looks hella fucking South Korean. But like his skin got burnt with like 3rd degrees and he kind of healed but did not, right? Yeah, it's him. It's fucking him. He's like a crown prince of South Korea. It's like, oh shit. But yeah, that's him. He's not Japanese. Oh shit. Wow. Yeah. We just did that just to piss off Japan because we don't like Japan. So we just put like a South Korean guy there. Oh my god. Yeah, he's South Korean, dude. So he looks South Korean for sure. Wow. I think Cloud is saying he even told everyone once that he was like South Korean, and then after that, no one believed him. Everything got redacted, this and that. So, well, anyways, he used the core of anime. That's what it means. So, Korean, right? So, Korean means that he is the core of anime because he is the anime producer. And if you put Korean, it spells American. You can spell American with Korean, if that makes sense. So they are the core of anime. And Japanese people are just anime lovers, and they just yap all day, and they just talk about anime all day and how much they fucking love that shit. How much they love anime boys and shit like that. So Japanese people are just yappers. Yap. And South Korean people are the core of anime. So that guy is South Korean. And he looks really South Korean, but man, it's crazy how burnt his face fucking look. For sure. But anyways, yeah, so the Chinese grandpa, it got changed to Chinese because Japan got done hella fucking dirty. Oh, is that what? So I heard that, the reason why Hiroshima and Nagasaki happened because Japan tried to steal ice cream, McDonald's ice cream from America. So Hiroshima and Nagasaki happened over McDonald's. And they tried to steal the name Vun. They tried to steal the name Vun at the time, which is what Pearl Harbor means. But yeah, so thankfully my mom's smarter than that. She's just gonna take the food evidence to the white American police. And is it okay if I end the video here, guys? Yeah, so I think I'm gonna end the video here. And yeah, but the Chinese grandpa with the ice cream thing was really crazy. It was a really crazy ass event that is happening recently, because Sasuke Uchiha had AI CGI computer graphics to generate him wearing Ryan Toy's face, which is some Vietnamese kid's face that I went to school with. Very cute kid. And so Ryan Toy, but now Chinese version, is standing in an ice cream parlay, and he got into a fight with Linda Track. And Cho Nu-in and Jennifer Tran over ice cream. And AI CGI computers do not always generate people's exact faces, but Jennifer Tran was like in that video for sure. I was like, oh my god, Jennifer? Linda? And he tried to hide it, but that's Linda with like orange hair, like orange brown hair. And she's had that exact same hair color before, because she changes her hair color a lot, because Heavenly Stars just do that. They just shine like a whole bunch of different colors. And so Linda just changes her hair color a lot based on mood. Red hair, blue hair, purple hair, brown hair, orange hair, blonde hair. She's done it all. White hair. She's done white hair. She's done gray hair. She's done maybe not really black hair, but yeah. So this whole entire ice cream thing finally hit, because Zach Fair finally had a ice cream shop in AI CGI video where he was hitting Linda Track and Cho Nu-in and Jennifer and the dog Bella, and they changed the color to white. It was just a really crazy event for me, for sure. Because I definitely knew it was Jennifer in that video, and I definitely knew it was Ryan. Jared Kylie's best friend, Ryan Toy. It was him, dude. And it was Linda and Jerry at the same time. And now, man, I just had to run outside. I was like, Mom, you had better not eat that fucking ice cream. I had to warn her. I was like, Mom, just don't fucking eat it, you know? But Cloud Strife was like saying, Cho, don't worry, your mom's gonna... The ice cream is being confiscated by the police. So I'm gonna end the video here. But yeah, it was just a really scary experience, because just don't eat food off of the floor. The Chinese grandpa ice cream story is the worst thing I've ever seen and heard of in my life. So anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Bye guys.